Assalamu alaikum dear students, how are you all? I hope you are doing well. I am also fine. I am Farjana Akter Moonmoon, assistant teacher of English, National Ideal English Version School, and today I am going to take English literature class of class 4, and our today's topic is fill in the blanks. This is our lecture number 17 and revision class. At first we will do our fill in the blanks. Number 1, Robinson Crusoe dashed to many countries. From our story about Robinson Crusoe, we know he was living different countries and traveled to different countries for many times, and at last, after a shipwreck, he takes shelter in an isolated island. That means from this line we can know Robinson Crusoe, what will be here? Robinson Crusoe traveled, T-R-A-V-E-L-L-E-D. Robinson Crusoe traveled to many countries. Then number 2, he managed. He means here Robinson Crusoe. We are talking about Robinson Crusoe. He managed to build a dash for himself. We know from the story Robinson Crusoe when stayed in an island, and he stayed there for many years, and he managed there to build many things like farming and fishing, or making a castle for himself, making a house for himself to live there. That means he managed to build here a dash for himself, a castle for himself. Though he was living here alone, and his house looks like a castle, and we can call it, he managed to build here a castle for himself. Number 3, he learned how to make dash and dash. We know from our story Robinson Crusoe, here we are referring Robinson Crusoe was taking help from animals like cows, goats, sheep, and they make home for them, and they take milk from them, and gradually he learns how to make butter and cheese from these animals' milk, so he can eat them, and so our answer is here, he learned how to make butter, B-U-T-T-E-R, butter, and cheese, C-H-E-E-S-E, cheese. So our answer will be Robinson Crusoe learned how to make butter and cheese. Then number 4, I was so dashed that I did not go to the canoe. Canoe is a small boat which was built by Robinson Crusoe for going other land. And number 4, here I is referring Robinson Crusoe. He is talking to himself. I was so dashed. We know one day Robinson Crusoe saw a footprint, and after watching this footprint he was very frightened. He thought that there must be some people or any man in his island. So our answer will be here frightened, F-R-I-G-H, frightened. Robinson Crusoe was so frightened that I did not go to the canoe. He was talking to himself, I did not go to the canoe. Then number 5, the people dash at the king's great wisdom. This is another story about King Solomon, and we know from this story King Solomon was a great king because of his wisdom and honesty, and many people came from different countries of the world to see his justice and wisdom, and they admired his wisdom greatly. So our answer is said the people, that means from other country or from his own country, the people dash at the king's great wisdom. The people marveled. The word we have collected from the story directly. Marveled means wondering. They wondered about his great wisdom. They surprised about his wisdom. How he judged the people. Okay. Number 6. By 5, I become a dash boy. Here, this I is Nelson Mandela. This is another story from your book. Here I means Nelson Mandela, and this line is taken from Nelson Mandela's story. And by 5, that means at the age of 5, I became a dash boy. We know from the story Nelson Mandela was a country boy and he lived in the rural area on hilly side, and there the little boy were farming the sheep and goats, and they are hard boy. Like other boys, he is telling about himself. By 5, at the age of 5, I became a hard boy. Hard means here which kind of people who takes care of the sheep and goats. They are called hard boy. Okay. Number 7, nature was our nature. This line also taken from the story of Nelson Mandela. He is talking about themselves. Here our means talking Nelson Mandela is talking about their lifestyle, and nature. We know Nelson Mandela was living in the country place, and their playing place was the nature. They are playing in the open field, in the hill. That's why they are he is talking about playground. That means he is telling us that nature was our playground. Nature was our playground where they play, and he play with his friend. Then number 8, my father told me stories of famous battles and what? This line also taken from Nelson Mandela's stories, and he is telling about his father. His father told him different kind of stories about famous battles and heroes we know from this story. And so we can write here heroes. That means Nelson Mandela's father was talking about and told him different kind of stories about famous battles and heroes. Then number 9, this is another story from your book about hornbills. About hornbills, one kind of bird, and hornbills dash with one partner for their whole life. From the story we learned about that hornbills, this is one kind of bird, and it stay. Hornbills stay with one partner. They don't change the partner for their whole life up to death. Then number 10, father hornbills. We are talking about hornbills life, and here mother hornbills and father hornbills, they stay together, and father hornbills dash around and bring food for the family. Father hornbills, we know from the story, fly around. They go outside and fly around for collecting their food and bring food for the family, and mother hornbill stay with the child. This is all our fill in the blanks, and I hope you have understood our fill in the blanks. So try to learn it properly and practice at home. So this is all for today, and you don't need to submit your SW, and try to learn the lessons properly. Okay, Allah Hafiz.